discussion right now because our very special guest is joining us. I'm so excited that he's here. He is a Memphis legend, and he's going to be part of the TWA One and Done May 2nd in South Philly at the former ECW Arena. Joining us right now, legend Doug Gilbert. Doug, how you doing, man?
What's going on, guys? Can you hear me good?
Oh, yeah, you look great. You sound great. I'm very excited for this. And once again, thank you to Kathy. She's our sweetheart.
Hey, Doug.
Kathy's always took care of myself and my brother.
Did you now we have Rob Kellum with us as well. Have you guys have been around the same time in Memphis, right? Do you know? Maybe not. Maestro, WCW.
Well, I was trying to think what year would he have been there?
Gorgeous George III.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Hey, how you doing, bro?
Rob, what's up, dude?
How you doing, man?
Yeah, well, I would say I was around him. He was mine and Tommy's partner.
Okay, very cool. Love hearing stuff like that. Doug, I mean, you've just your wrestling career.
Yeah, here's one of the things Rob can tell you. He filled in for me when my brother passed away. Me and Tommy was in a angle with PG-13, and when my brother passed away, I took off some months and everything. Rob filled in for me then.
That's nice. It's nice. Very cool.
And I still appreciate him doing that.
Thank you for having me, brother. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, no, very cool stuff. Doug, I mean, I look back on your career, and in particular, the Memphis stuff just jumps out at me. It was like just a very special time in wrestling. Do you ever want to just kind of look back on your entire career and pinch yourself?
Well, when you say that, man, I go to thinking about all the great wrestlers that I got to be around. I mean, most guys didn't get to be around as many good wrestlers as I did, and they're legends and everything. Starting as a kid, I mean, even like Lance Russell, I say wrestlers, but I mean announcers like Lance Russell. I sit right beside Lance Russell at his table at the Mid-South Coliseum, and kids don't get to do that. I mean, not many kids. I was one of the few, and being around Andre the Giant and him picking you up, and you having pictures of him in your hand like this, and Jerry the King Lawler, the Funks, the Briscoes, Harley Race, Nick Bockwinkel. I mean, there's not many kids that, I don't know any my age that got to be around those guys and in the dressing room with them and get to know them and everything. It was really cool.
Well, it was definitely a magical kind of time in wrestling. Did you realize how special it was at the time?
I knew I loved it, but I didn't realize I don't think I realized how special it was, but I loved the business so much and getting to go with my dad and everything. One of the deals was, as long as I didn't raise too much cane about getting up on Tuesday morning, because, I'd go to Mid-South Coliseum and then we wouldn't get home till midnight or 1 in the morning, and I'd have to get up at 6:30 or 7 to go to school and everything. As long as I didn't say anything about getting up, I'd get to go back. So that was the cool thing. So I made sure it didn't matter how tired I was, I never said anything.
That's really cool. You mentioned your brother Eddie, and I mean, I didn't know him, but I was a huge fan. Obviously, some people here did know him, and just to recognize how great he was. How was it being Eddie's brother?
Man, it was cool, but you're saying the pinch me moments. I mean, like the tours in Japan with Terry Funk, with Dick Slater, with Terry Gordy, Corporal Kirshner, the Great Kabuki, and I was in the Great Kabuki's last retirement match, which I think he had another couple matches with Muda and stuff, but it was me, Funk, and Kabuki and Cork and Hall in his retirement match, and that was really cool.
Oh, that's cool.
And then you go to in Japan with people like Terry Gordy. I mean, Terry was one of my favorites and still is to this day. Corporal Kirshner, Tiger Jet Singh, Dan Severn, King Kong Bundy. So many guys that drew money. Gypsy Joe. A lot of people wouldn't think that Gypsy Joe was a huge star in Japan and everything. And I mean, but you know, and you say pinch me moments. I was in Terry Funk's last two matches, myself, Jerry the King Lawler, and his son Brian Christopher against the Rock and Roll
Wow.
Express and Terry Funk, and his last two matches he had, and that's what pinch me moments are.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. No, that's really wild. How was like Japan versus American wrestling? Did you have a preference there?
Uh, I loved working in the States and everything, but Japan, what I loved so much about it was it wasn't politics. It was you busted your ass and worked hard, and you went back, and
Okay.
you know, as long as you worked hard and everything. But now it was it was a lot rougher style and everything than the States was and everything. But I mean but I love Japan because I mean the money was better, which I mean, it depends on, I guess, who you're talking to, but you know, the money was always really good, and there was no politics.
Okay, really interesting stuff. Now, you and your brother Eddie, you had a really special connection, I think, at least in my opinion, with the city of Philadelphia. What's
Right.
kind of going through your head as you're getting ready to come back for Tri-State Wrestling Alliance One and Done?
Man, it's cool. It's the last thing I remember about me being in Philadelphia, wrestling in the arena that we was going to wrestle at. I had a
Oh,
bat
boy.
and I broke up about half the stuff in the back in the dressing room. But anyway, maybe that won't happen this time. But anyway, I might use the bat in the ring and everything. But you know, last time I was there was what would have been 92 or 91, 92, something like that. And I was in a scaffold match with what's his name? You know what his name was? Dang, just slipped off the top of my head and everything. But listen, I need to let y'all see my shirt here. You see this Memphis Mafia shirt, right?
Yeah, yeah.
That's the Memphis Mafia is coming back to Philly and everything. And we're going to be against Shane Douglas and another, they say, original ECW guy. But to me, if you're going to be original, that would have been us, wouldn't it?
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And you had some interesting moments in the early days of ECW. I know TWA kind of bled into that, but you know, looking back, did you realize at the time how big ECW would become?
Oh, I thought it would be big, but what it was, you know, everybody says, and the funny thing, and Rob, if he's still in here, he could tell you this also, is you know, they used to say, you know, we're all that old crappy Southern stuff and everything. But well, I
Right.
laughed at Eddie and I said when him and Todd started ECW, I said, you know, all them guys say that they don't do the Southern stuff and they don't like it. I said everything that's got over up here has been from the South. And I mean, I'm not knocking Northern stuff, but what I'm saying is if you look umpteen years before Vince and the rest of everybody was doing what they started doing was what we was doing down here in the South. And what I would call ECW was ECW South as far as when Eddie and Todd started, because I mean everything that people said wouldn't work, Eddie done it and it worked. And I mean you had your cult, you know how it was then, like Joel stuff. He had his cult following and they loved it. I mean, Joel put on great shows and everything just like when Todd started ECW and brought Eddie up there and put him on a guarantee and everything. And I mean, I thought, you know, every time I worked there, it was full. I mean, so something had to be being done right.
I just remember Eddie, your brother, walking around South Philly with the crown. And I just thought it was like the coolest thing. You know, he just basically took over. But you talk. Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. But what
No,
I
you're
say,
fine.
you know what the cool things that I remember is him doing the thing with Ron Jaworski.
Yeah. Yeah.
That really
That was
that
funny.
Which I'm a huge sports fan. I'm a huge sports guy. I mean, I love all the sports and all the old quarterbacks and you know all the football stuff. And I thought that was one of the coolest things.
Now you talked about Joel and the TWA and how much it meant to you. Exactly, like how much did Joel Goodhart do for your career? How much did wrestling for TWA? How much did that mean?
Oh, it meant the world to me, and I mean, I think it really catapulted Cactus as far as his stuff with Eddie and everything, and
Oh yeah.
and everything. But I mean, they had matches like they had the deal, the 3 matches in one night, and everything, and the cage match. I mean, like the deal where I hit the ring in the cage match and climbed the cage, and me and Eddie got on Cactus and had him down for quite a while, and all of a sudden, in come Bam Bam Bigelow, which nobody knew he was there, and he ripped the door off the cage and come in, and we went back and forth a little bit, and it was just a real good time. But Joel had such good shows and such good talent. I mean, it was just a great, it was a great combination, because you know what I'm saying? I say cult, but what I mean by cult is you've got your fans that love certain things, and Joel had a variety of things and everything, but the people loved it.
No, that's really cool. Now you mentioned your partnership with Wildfire. How amazing has that been to still kind of be teaming with him after all these years?
Man, it's so cool. I mean, when you've got somebody that that's teamed with your dad and won tag titles with your dad, teamed with your brother, won tag titles with your brother, and then teamed with yourself and won tag titles with him. But it ain't nothing about the tag team championships. It's about being friends and like family. He's the closest thing I have to a brother and everything. And me and him, we talk every day and everything. So that's really cool. It's really, we got the coolest relationship. We go, I go see him on the beach, and we go different places. And when we always go work, it's more like a vacation than it is work. And go to signings, or we still go wrestle, places. It's more like a vacation to me than it is work. I still love the business. He does too.
That's really cool. Now, one of the listeners that they brought up, and I had forgotten about this. So for me, it's really cool. It brings back a lot of memories. The Freddy Krueger thing.
Right.
Remember, so this guy, Freddy Krueger, he wins a battle royal. He wins a chance to go in the Royal Rumble. I believe it was 1996. And
well, no, it wasn't Freddy Krueger that won the battle royal.
Oh no, okay.
No.
Okay.
No, that's just what somebody else told me that it was myself that won.
Okay.
The
bad intel. Sorry about that.
Yeah, well, no, that's okay.
Well,
But
I just
you
don't
asked
remember
about
it
Tommy.
right.
I mean, Tommy means the world to me. And
Yeah.
like I said, he's tagged with all of us, but he's like family to me. I mean, Tommy's a great dude. I mean, and if anybody's got anything bad to say about Tommy, they've got something bad to say about everybody.
Wow. Yeah, no, and that makes a lot of sense. I've never heard anything bad about him. So this person wants to know, did you ever have the pleasure of kind of seeing the Fargos?
Oh yeah, Fargo, Jackie, Roughhouse,
Yeah.
and Don and Jackie and my dad was real close and everything. I mean, I grew up, when I was a kid with those guys. And then the cool thing, what I said about getting to be around my idols and the people that I grew up watching and everything, was Fargo wound up being special referee in like 3 or 4 matches that myself and Lawler was against each other. Then he was in Lawler's corner in Memphis one time when I was against Lawler, and my dad was in my corner. And man, that, just like I said, people don't understand what like that meant to me. I mean, that's the coolest deal for, I think someone's son that worked and you watch The King and Fargo on TV and however they was. I mean, that's just the coolest.
Must have been amazing. So Doug, you keep kind of touching on all these different experiences and stories and stuff like that. I got to ask you, what was your favorite memory of all time from wrestling?
I got a million memories, but
yeah, I'm sure.
I would say the ones with my dad and Eddie are my favorites. I mean, that's just when I started with my dad and my brother was training me and everything. And, I think it takes everybody, a year or two to really get to grasp. But I mean, not to be in which Rob's the ultimate amateur guy here. I was never an ultimate amateur guy, but my dad and my brother trained me to be able to take care of myself, and just
Right.
all the a million memories with them and everything, in matches and 6-man tags and tags with me and Eddie. At the Mid-South Coliseum, a place that you grew up as a kid, at the Louisville Gardens, a place that you got to go to as a kid, at the Evansville Auditorium, at the Nashville Fairgrounds, up north, I mean, Philly, Baltimore, everywhere. It was just cool to get to go overseas and taking my brother with me and everything, and different guys and everything. Like I said, the tours that I had there, it's just the memories are just, I mean, there's so many memories. I couldn't tell you one that was as far as I love winning the ECW tag titles with my brother. That was a cool deal. I love working with my brother at Global Wrestling Federation. And,
Oh, yeah.
It was on ESPN, and I had Bruce Pritchard as my manager, and Bruce was really cool and has always been cool to me and everything. And I really loved that period of time.
Well, it was an amazing period of time for sure. And Doug, I feel like there's a million questions I could ask you, but at the heart of it, now, like looking back, would you have changed anything? Anything you would have done differently?
Well, I probably should have, but at the time, I always did what I thought I should, and just like my dad and my brother would have. That's the simplest answer I can give you. They always did what they thought they should have, and I did what I thought I should have. Now, at times, that probably wasn't correct or the best thing, and the best thing for me to make money here in the States. But like I said, I kept my Japan deal good most all the time and everything, except when I went to work for a different company one time. But that wound up being really good for me also and everything. But there was, maybe one time I might have took opportunity to work for the WWF, and I didn't want to lose my Japan deal, so I didn't do it. But that was a deal when whatever happened with Vince and Honky Tonk Man, they wanted me to come in and Vince wanted me to be his new Honky Tonk Man, and I don't want to say I was afraid it wouldn't work out, because Vince would have made it work out, because if he wanted somebody to take someone's place, they was going to do it, and he was going to make it work.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to lose my Japan deal. So I had my Japan deal. I had the USWA deal. So whenever I wasn't in Japan and I worked my home territory, which I called the USWA territory, which was CWA when I started. But man, it was cool. I couldn't, but I mean, a lot of guys asked me, said, about not doing the WWF deal. Do you just not want to make a whole lot of money? And I said, well, I do good in Japan. And I said, and actually I do good, where you always hear people say, oh, I didn't make any money in Memphis. I actually made money in Memphis. I made a living in this territory. So, I mean, everybody's got their own, their own point of view of things and everything. So that was kind of my outlook on it.
Now, was there a part of you? I'm just curious, because you talk about the WWF wanted to bring you in. Was there a part of you that was concerned that you were going to lose a piece of yourself, kind of like the whole Doug Gilbert thing, the reputation that you had built by recycling a Honky Tonk Man, basically?
Yeah, that was kind of it. And also, I'm going to be honest with you. I wasn't sure what would happen if I went up there. Everybody during those days that went up there, everything was 100 miles an hour and wide open. And I just wanted to stay as level as I could. And I wasn't sure I'd stay level if I went up there.
Well, I think you made the right decision for sure. And definitely, it's been an amazing career to kind of look back on it. Now, TWA One and Done comes to the former ECW arena. in Philadelphia. That's May 3rd.
Man,
Sorry,
May 3rd, I cannot wait. And like I said, TWA, Shane Douglas, and whoever his original is, but that would be a fake original, wasn't it? Because I think the originals would have been me and Eddie and some of us
Exactly.
guys. But that's okay.
Yeah.
But the good thing about it is, Shane would have never been in ECW if it wasn't for Eddie. You do know Eddie was the one that brought Shane in, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, and everything. But I mean, so the genius that took over after that should thank Eddie for that.
And by the way, not for nothing, but the people that I'm sorry, the stories that you're telling about ECW, before it became extreme and everything, you can watch those shows right now still on Peacock. So I advise that people do that while it's still there, because it was an amazing time. Like I said, huge fan of that era, and
Well,
I just wish Sal Balomo could have been at the convention.
oh yeah,
I think that would have
really
been cool.
That would have been
Yeah.
really cool, huh? But anyway, I want everybody to come out and see all the guys I haven't seen in years up there that's going to be on this show and everything. I can't wait to see Joel also, but like all the different guys, the different wrestlers. I mean, I hadn't seen a lot of them in 13 years, and I can't wait to see them. And especially, I can't wait to see all the fans. And I want the fans to come out. And I mean, I know there's still a lot of them around and that watch that and that was actually there, that was young at the time, the same as I was, and everything. But man, it'd be cool to be back. It'd be cool for me to be back in the arena and see the fans and just to actually walk back in the arena. And like I said, the last time I was in there, I was in a scaffold match with JT. What was JT's last name?
JT Smith.
JT Smith. There you go. I wouldn't remember it. I might not can remember something from yesterday, but I'll wind up remembering. How many years ago has that been? 34 or something?
It's been a while.
Pretty close. Kathy, you're so polite. You said that you had a question in the chat. I didn't even see it. Go ahead.
Well, I just wanted, Doug, do you remember that time you threw the fireball at me?
I think I do. I do remember that time. But hey, Kathy, how about the time I told Kathy I wanted to her to carry me by mine and Eddie's place that we lived up there and everything, and I want to go by. There's like 3 or 4 different places I want to go by. It'll be like a tour for me when I come up and land and everything.
Cool.
But anyway, but I don't know. I can't. There's so many guys that wants Kathy to pick them up. I won't have her very long. But actually, I about decided I was just going to get a rent a car because Kathy have 6 or 8 guys that wants her to pick them up.
No. You have to remember, you, Melissa, and Tommy.
Yeah,
are my priority.
I got you. Good deal. But we're going to go by
nice.
a place. We used to go to a place called Nifty 50s. And I asked Kathy, was it still there? And I think she said it still was. But me and Eddie loved it. And we went to a lot of different places. But I just wanted to kind of take a tour and go around some different things. But, man, I want everybody to come out to this show. And like I said, I can't wait to see the guys. But I really can't wait to see the fans that supported Joel back in those days. And, man, like I said, one and done. This is the time to come and see it. And you'll see myself, Tommy Wildfire Rich, the Memphis Mafia against Shane Douglas and whoever his extreme second person was supposed to be.
Doug, are you and Tommy bringing Memphis Mafia shirts up?
Oh yeah, that'll be somewhere.
Yes.
Nice. Very cool. Yeah, it's going to be an amazing time. You talk about kind of going out with a bang. If this is really the last time that TWA is going to do this, I feel like they're adding like another huge name, like pretty much every day.
Well, I was fixing to say that Joel's done said before, he drew great houses and really, what's cool for the fans, he had too many people on there, and he said that the other guys was, had less guys, and he would keep bringing guys. If he brings in more guys, he's going to have to make his poster bigger.
I feel like at this point that the poster's insanely big. But one of the things that Joel always brags about, and I'm curious why you think that is, but Joel told us on the show, he said it a couple times now, in all his years of running, he's never had anybody no-show. Why do you think that is? What is it about Joel?
Hey, Joel has never had anybody no show because Joel's always been straight with the guys, and if he tells you
Okay.
something, that's what he's going to do. And I mean, Joel's straight up. You know, there's guys. This funny thing in the wrestling business, guys will go work for anybody. Well, I won't say that. Most guys will go work for anybody just to get the money, and I don't want to say because they need the money, but you know, most guys do need money. I mean, everybody needs money, but what I'm saying is, it gets to a point in life where you don't, or and I don't want to say this and not bragging on it, but I pick and choose very seldomly who I even sign stuff for now or work for, and I've done that for 10 years now, but I mean, a lot of guys need it, so they just go work for anybody. But there's just a handful of guys that I even, and I don't mean this bad, but like to work for. And but it's because they're like Joel, and when they tell you something, they do it. And now, you know, how many people wants to work for somebody that you can't trust or you don't know, that's not kind of legit?
No, it's a really good point, and it's so true. Joel's one of the most honest people I know.
Yeah, but then again, I say that, and I hear Joel went missing for about 20 years, didn't he? But at least he didn't screw nobody. He just went missing. I guess he decided he had enough.
He just disappeared. Yeah, he just. Doug, speaking of doing what you say you do, I promised you 15 to 20 minutes, and we're going on 25 right now.
Okay,
it's just been an amazing time.
Hey, look, I want to plug my links and apps, if you don't mind.
Yeah, absolutely. I was going to talk about
my
that.
Twitter is Real Doug Gilbert, Instagram Real Doug Gilbert, Facebook, my Facebook fan page Dangerous Doug Gilbert, and if I could just plug those. And me and Tommy have a podcast, and if you go to those links, you'll see the podcast. And man, we talk about everything from when Tommy started to when I started, and we go through a lot of stuff. I mean, we talk about everybody as far as, and it's not a deal about knocking people or nothing. I mean, everybody wants to knock everybody, so you listen and everything. But I mean, we'll talk about everybody that's on some of the card, on a lot of the cards that's with us and everything. You get to hear a lot of different. It's road stories, tales from the road is what we call it. We call it Dangerous Conversations, tales from the road with the Memphis Mafia and everything. But man, that's cool. But I appreciate you having me on here, and man, I hope to see you there at the show also. And man, I want all the fans to come out and show Joel how much I appreciate what he's done over the years.
We'll be there, Doug. I can't wait to meet you in person. It's going to be an amazing time. And
Good
again,
deal.
That's May 3rd at the arena, 2300arena.com for tickets and information. Doug, can I ask one quick favor before we let you go?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Would you be able to record what we call a bumper to play on the beginning? Just so, basically, like, just tell people who you are and remind them that they're listening to In the Room. Would that be okay?
Yeah.
Then I'll have you on your way, I promise.
Okay, good deal.
All right. 3, 2, go ahead.
This is Dangerous Doug Gilbert here, and you're listening to In the Room. And if anybody don't know me, I say what I mean, and I mean what I say.
How can you question that? Thank you so much for the time, Doug.
Hey,
Love you, brother.
Man.
Thanks,
see y'all.
Doug.
Bye-bye. See you, Rob.
Take care. There you have it. Doug Gilbert.
That's hell of an interview right there. That was